Alright, it's finally that time again. Today bringing out number 3 in the SortaSeries, and today we are going to be doing a team builder for the Chicago Bulls. Sorta. This team's an interesting one because there's only 2 Hall of Famers on here, and overall kind of not as good of a team as I expected. Just based solely on the fact that it's the Bulls and everyone kind of thinks, you know, Bulls championships. At this point, I just want to get videos out. I don't want to worry about evolving the cards or using the best versions of everybody. It's more about building the team than anything. So, starting point guard, we have the unevolved Pink Diamond Rajon Rondo. Rondo played for the Bulls in 2017. Played 69 games for them, nice. And he averaged 8 points, 7 assists, 5 boards. I mean, he's only 33 years old, but I mean, he's on his 6th team. 5 of which are in the last, 5 years. So he's just kind of, he's here. Starting shooting guard, we got George Gervin. George Gervin finished his career out actually with Michael Jordan on the Bulls. Gervin had a pretty solid year. I mean, he averaged 16 points. He was, again, only 33. Gervin's a guy that I found throughout doing this, actually. He retired a lot younger than I thought he did. He is a Hall of Famer. He's a 7-time All-NBA, 2-time All-ABA, and led the leagues in scoring 4 times. So, I mean, he's a really, really good player. Had a stretch where he averaged over 30 a game for 5 years. And it was sort of weird to me to think, like, oh, he retired at 33, and that's, like, only a year older than Kevin Durant is now. Durant is turning 32 very shortly. But, yeah, so it's just kind of weird to think that you think of Gervin as this, like, old man, in the league forever, but no, he retired pretty young. At the small forward, we got the return of Brent Berry. I don't know what it is about this guy, but I really like Brent Berry, and he seems to pop up on a lot of these teams. I think aside from Houston, this is going to be his last one. But yeah, Brent Berry played on 6 different teams, was in the league until he was 37, 2-time champ, 1-time All-Rookie, obviously, and yeah, son of Hall of Famer Rick Barry. Brent on Chicago was actually like right in the middle of the prime of his career, averaged 11 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, which, aren't all-time numbers, but he was just a good contributor on a lot of teams for a long time, and that's pretty rare. So Brent Berry is a welcome addition to this team. Starting at the power forward, we got Hakim Warrick. Now, Hakim Warrick is not somebody that a lot of people either know or really think about. His last game in the NBA was in 2013 for the Hornets, or I think at that time they were the Bobcats. But he had like a couple years there where when he was on Phoenix, he only played 2 seasons there, but when Amari Stoudemire went out, he came in and did all the same things Amari did. And, part of that's Steve Nash, but part of that's just Hakim Warrick was like legitimately pretty good. So haven't used this card, I'm pretty excited to check it out. I've always liked Hakim Warrick. He's just one of those guys that, like, you see him on a team when you're watching old games and you're like, oh, right, that dude. Starting center, we have Robert Parish, a.k.a. the Chief. Obviously a Celtics legend. Played for 14 years with them, was a 9-time All-Star, 4-time champion. Drafted in 76, retired in 1997 on the Bulls, actually. So he won one of the second 3-peat championships with Michael Jordan. Only played 43 games for them, averaged 3 points, 2 rebounds, like pretty pedestrian, but the dude was 43 years old. One of the oldest players to ever play. So I think he gets a pass. Point guard off the bench, it's got to be Nate Robinson. 3-time dunk champ. One of the shorter guys to ever play, just exciting, always a spark plug type player, comes in off the bench, puts up like, 15 points in 5 minutes, kind of crazy thing. He bounced around the league a lot. He played on 8 different teams. 5 of them were for a season or less. He had one better year in New York, but New York was terrible, so I don't really count that. These Bulls teams were like, legit in the playoffs. They had a couple good series, and Nate Robinson was a huge part of that. So he's one of the better Bulls mercenaries that they've ever had. Next, obviously, Dwayne Wade has to be on here. He's a future Hall of Famer. Averaged 18 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4 assists. Played 60 games for the Bulls. Not a very memorable season. Didn't do a ton, but Dwayne Wade, obviously, 13-time All-Star. Like, you can't leave him off this list. He's going to make another appearance on Cleveland, but, for a guy that's synonymous with Miami Heat, you gotta throw Dwayne Wade in when you can. All right, now this is when the talent seems to drop off a little bit. We got Daquan Cook as our backup 3. Not a lot of great mercenary players for the Bulls. So Daquan Cook is going to be filling in. He's only a career 6 points a game scorer, but he could shoot the lights out. And he had his last games actually with Chicago. Only played 33 games, only averaged 8 minutes. So definitely a mercenary. But I mean, he had a role, he played it. And, you know, Daquan Cook's not moving the needle. Hasn't played in the NBA since he was 25 years old, which, you know, too bad. But we got to deal with what we got. All right, as a backup 4, we got six-man Sam stream legend Joe Smith, aka Joe Schmo, aka Joe Beast, which is his Twitter, which, sure. Dude played for 15 years. I mean, he was a first overall pick, and people kind of wanted to label him a bust, but I mean, you know, he had a couple good years. Like, he averaged 19 points a game and 8.5 rebounds on the Warriors. Played for a lot of teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams in the NBA. So he's going to be bouncing around on some of these Sorta squads. But yeah, overall, I mean, guy was pretty good. He averaged 11 points, 6.5 rebounds for his career, over 1,030 games. Like, it's hard to say he had a bad career. A career mercenary, basically, because he never played for a team longer than 4 years. But Joe Smith, man, pretty inspirational. All right, as our backup big, we have PJ Brown. Won a championship with the Celtics, which is probably why I wanted to have him here. But aside from that, he was a 3-time all-defensive player. Played until he was 38, bounced around on a couple teams. But even at the end of his career, I mean, you know, he was 37 on the Bulls. He averaged 6 points, 5 rebounds, played 72 games, averaged 20 minutes a game. So hard to argue he wasn't at least doing something, right? Like, he's never a scorer, but reliable rim protector, good team player, good like system defender. So PJ Brown, easy pick to be in this backup spot. One of our first guys off the bench. I'm not going to play him over Nate Robinson or Dwayne Wade because they both were better on the Bulls. But John Starks, Knicks legend, Oak hero, disappointment. Obviously most famous for being on the Bruiser Knicks. 8 years with them. Finished out his career in Utah, actually. But at the end of the 2000 season, played 4 games for the Chicago Bulls. So I believe he has the least amount of time on the Bulls of all these mercenary players. But for the Bulls, he averaged 7.5 points, 3 assists, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 steals. Like, you know, serviceable player, 34 years old at the time. Shot horribly, but John Starks, what do you want? He's a one-time 6th man of the year, one-time All-Star. It's John Starks. Our 12th man, we're digging deep now. We got Michael Carter-Williams, who honestly, like, first 2 years of his career were really good. Like, his rookie year, he averaged 17, 6, 6, and 2 steals. Had the best, like, debut of any rookie. Deserved rookie of the year. Like, let's not forget, he was the best rookie in a class that had a lot of very good players. And, you know, tailed off really bad, could never learn how to shoot. And yeah, so he ended up playing 45 games for the Bulls as a 25-year-old. And now here we are, he's in Orlando, and not a lot of people buying Michael Carter-Williams jerseys. But it's fun to use in 2K, he's a tall point guard, he's a good defender. Like I said, this team tails off pretty quick, especially when we get to John Salley. It's John Salley. If you don't know who John Salley is, he played 750 games, never averaged double-digit points, never averaged more than 6 rebounds a game, but 4-time champion, and, you know, a lot of teammates seem to really love the guy. So we had to have him on here. Not enough players that were rentals for Chicago that were also in the game. And a special shout out to Tyler Ulis, who played 49 seconds for the Bulls and is no longer in the NBA. He would have been the ultimate rental, because I don't think anyone's played less time for one team. But we'll definitely explore that with the next teams. So here we go. This is the team. You know, nothing too exciting, nothing too crazy, but should be a serviceable team, and I think we can actually win a game or two. So here are your Sorta Bulls. Let's get into a game. Alright, here we go. We are lagging quite a bit here. Alright, so I think understandably I'm going to have to reset my router on this one. So we're going to call this game a draw. Note to self, remember to start recording when you get into a game, even if it takes 10 minutes. So yeah, we are obviously playing God Squads here. Everyone at this point should have one, so can't be too upset about it. Robert Parish is doing work early though. He's got 2 greens. We're shooting 100%. Still very early, obviously. I'm just in the challenge because I already have Oscar, and it doesn't really matter to me if I go 12-0 ever again until a month from now. So yeah, so far, don't really dislike any of these cards. If you want like a legit big, like honestly, I got Robert Parish I think for 6K, and like I actually really like him. He feels fast. He can't shoot obviously, but if I'd had him earlier in the year when it would have mattered, I probably would have used this opal. We're gonna do work with Robert Parish. This is the Chief game. Robert Parish setting it up. I'm not gonna lie, the challenge is right now for me to get a 20 and 10 with Robert Parish. Let's get Nate Robinson in here. I'm sick of looking at Rondo already. Robert Parish making things happen right now. That's fine. This guy has, obviously, it's the end of the game, so he has a God Squad. Everyone should at this point. Nothing wrong with that. So I do fully expect to lose this game. At this stage in the year, using even pink diamonds, or even honestly some of the early opals, is just a waste of your time. Alright. We'll do a little trickery with Robert Parish. Oh, that's not a foul. Hakim Warrick getting in there. And I'm going to leave Robert Parish in a little bit just because he's obviously the greatest player to ever touch a basketball. Nate Robinson banging a 3. Let's go. This is why we bring Nate off the bench. Hakim Warrick, I really like his shot. Oh, let's not go LeBron. It's out of position. Nate Robinson throwing it down. That's what you love to see. But that's fine. We're shooting a good percentage. I mean, we're just giving up so much height at every position that you can't really expect to win too many of these. Robert Parish, another green. Really like this card. We'll take that. We'll take that as well. Whatever may come of this. Oh, yes, that's the dump off pass you want. And there we go. Robert Parish is going to lead us into halftime. Well, before halftime anyway. With at least a 1 point. Can we get it? 2 point lead. We'll see if we can avoid giving that up. All right, so we go into halftime with a 2 point lead. Robert Parish is the best player in the history of basketball. I think everyone can agree. Nate Robinson needs a little bit of a break, so we're gonna put John Starks in. I don't think Michael Carter Williams is gonna see the floor today, but I think he's used to it at this point. Leaves him entirely. I haven't done any settings or anything. I'm not really trying too seriously, but we might want to just change that one up. He had such an easy dunk, but instead Robert Parish decides to draw the foul. I respect it. I respect it. He's getting to the line. You know, he's doing his job. He's doing his job out here. I'll take the 3 with Dwayne Wade. Had to. All right, we got to see Daquan for this one. Not a good shot. Okay, had to try it. I didn't mean to go on the move, but sometimes you just got to do it. Oh my God, Robert Parish. I thought I was way too late on that one. Let's see if we can get Rondo with it. Daquan, please. Thank you. There we go. Daquan Cook, another 3. All right, now we can get him out for George Gervin. We get that steal. Nope. Good shot. Yep, he deserves that one. Guy needs to talk it out. He's down 7 to the all-time Bulls mercenary team. Joe Smith. Joe Schmo with the corner 3. Perfect. Let's see if we can put on the dribble clinic with Robert Parish. Oh my god, Robert Parish. Second time getting takeover in this game. Is this guy out of here? Did we force a rage quit? I think we did. Boom! There it is. So I can't check the stats, unfortunately, but that is how you play a game with the all-time Bulls rental team. Butchered saying that. I'm excited. Who cares? I think Robert Parish ended up with 26, 5, and 3. You know what? That's how you play in August. That's how you play in August right there. Let's see what bronze shoe we get out of this pack. We finished the challenge. Maybe some Robert Parish luck? No. All right. And we got the Air Jordan 2s. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. All right, so we only got one short one. I'm not going to push my luck. I'm going to take that win, and I'm going to sell these cards back immediately. And we're going to get to it with the next SortaSeries. Hopefully try and push 4 of these out today. It's going to be a bit rough. So stay tuned for it. Thanks for watching.